The story begins in Taiwan, where we see an American girl named Lucy, who has come to Taiwan for her studies. After arriving in Taiwan, she gets a new boyfriend, who is always involved in illegal activities. Today, he takes Lucy outside a hotel and tells her to deliver a briefcase to a man inside the hotel, promising her $1,000 in return. Lucy flatly refuses, saying that for such a small job, such a high payment definitely means there is something wrong. Her boyfriend then handcuffs her hand to the briefcase that she has to deliver. Now, unwillingly, Lucy has to go inside the hotel. At the reception, she tells the name of the man she has to meet. Some people come down. Lucy's boyfriend is watching her from outside. The people who came down, to whom Lucy has to deliver the briefcase, kill her boyfriend. Seeing this, Lucy gets terrified. She realizes that something very big is about to happen. After this, they take Lucy to a room in the hotel, where a gangster is present. He tells her that she has to open it, and all of them hide, which makes Lucy scared. She asks if there is anything dangerous inside, to which they reply no. Lucy asks why they all hid. They explain that they don't trust the man who gave her this. Now they give Lucy a password to open the briefcase. Lucy, while shaking with fear, opens the briefcase and tells everyone that there are 4 packets inside with blue-colored powder. Hearing this, everyone comes in front. Now the gangster asks Lucy if she will work for them. She says no. Then one of the gangster's men attacks Lucy, causing her to faint. When she regains consciousness, she sees that her stomach is bandaged, as if someone operated on her. Lucy thinks that maybe one of her body parts has been removed. A man comes to her and explains that out of the 4 packets in the briefcase, they have put 1 inside her stomach. Now, she has to go wherever they send her. And there, the packet will be removed from her stomach via surgery. Lucy doesn't want to do this, but she knows these people are very dangerous. After this, 3 more people are brought in, whose stomachs will have packets inserted just like Lucy's. A man tells them all that they have to go to different countries to deliver these packets, so that their men can remove them from their stomachs. If anyone tries to cheat them, they have their addresses, and will go to their homes and kill their entire families. Now, after covering their faces with cloth, they take them away separately. When the cloth is removed from Lucy's face, 2 people are standing in front of her. One of them tries to misbehave with Lucy, but she refuses. This makes him very angry. He beats Lucy badly, and when she falls down, he kicks her in the stomach. The packet inside her stomach, which contains a very dangerous drug, starts to leak. Before this, no one in this world has ever used this drug, so no one knows what kind of effect it will have on a human. On the other side, we are shown a scientist who has dedicated his whole life to studying the brain. During a lecture, he tells everyone that until now, humans have only used 10% of their brains. With this 10%, they have changed the entire world. The only creature in our world that uses 20% of its brain is the dolphin, which is why it can communicate with its companions from hundreds of kilometers away. And if a human uses 100% of their brain, they will know everything about their body and have full control over it. Meanwhile, we are shown Lucy, whose mind is in turmoil because the drug packet leaked inside her. Now she can use 20% of her brain. The man who beat Lucy, causing the packet to leak, comes back. Seeing him, Lucy sits very calmly. She knows that if she refuses, this man could cause her more harm. When the man approaches her, Lucy punches him and pulls his belt, causing him to fall away. Using that same belt, she pulls the table toward her, on which the man had kept his gun, and kills him with it. After this, she goes straight to the hospital in a cab, because the drug is still being released into her body from the packet in her stomach. She goes into the operation theater, where doctors are performing an operation. She looks at the screen, and can see everything going on inside the patient being operated on. After studying everything, she takes out her gun and kills the patient, which shocks the doctors. Lucy explains that they wouldn't have been able to save this person. He was going to die because the tumor had spread to his spine. She makes the man fall, lies down there herself, and tells the doctor that there is a packet inside her stomach filled with drugs that are continuously being released into her body. The doctor says fine, but first he has to give her anesthesia so she doesn't feel pain. Lucy says there's no need for that. They should prepare for the operation. She points her gun at the doctor. The doctor tells her to lower her gun and he will remove the packet from her stomach. While the operation is happening, she calls her mom and tells her things from her childhood that shock her mom. Lucy is telling her about things from when she was only 5 or 6 months old. Her mom asks how she remembers such old things when she was so small. Lucy says she even remembers the taste of her milk. Actually, now she is able to use more than 20% of her brain. The doctor has removed the packet from her stomach. Lucy asks how much is left. The doctor says half a packet. She asks how long the effect of the drug in her body will last. The doctor says for that, he needs to know what this drug is. She says CPH4. Hearing this name, the doctor is shocked and says if it really is CPH4 and she has consumed such a large quantity, how is she still alive? The doctor says that a girl produces this in her body during the 6th week of pregnancy, which is like an atomic bomb for the baby. I heard someone was making a synthetic version, but it has been made? I can't believe it. How are you still alive? Not for long. Now she comes out of the hospital, where she can see all the nature around her. She can even see what is happening inside the trees. After this, she goes to the same gangster who put the packet in her stomach. She asks him to tell her where the other 3 people are who have these packets. The gangster tells her nothing, after which she puts her hand on his head, connects herself to his brain, and extracts the information that out of the 3 packets, one is going to Rome, one to Berlin, and the 3rd to Paris. After this, Lucy returns to her flat. She asks her flatmate if she can use her laptop, and searches for the scientist. He has researched the brain his whole life. She calls him and says she wants to meet him, that she has read all his research. He laughs and says perhaps this is a joke. Does she know how many pages he has written? She says 6,734. She has read them all, and Lucy has read all those pages in just 2 minutes. Hearing this, he is shocked, and then Lucy appears on his screen. Lucy tells him that she can use 28% of her brain. Currently, she can control her body, other people's bodies, and electronic things. She says she feels no pain, no fear, and has no desires. All the things that make a human human are gone from her. She has obtained a lot of information on mathematics, quantum physics, and science. What should she do with all of this now? The scientist says to pass it on so it can be useful for the next generation. That is the job of every cell in our body. It passes information on to the next cell. She says she only has 24 hours left. She will die in 24 hours, and before that, she will come to meet him. As she leaves her home, she hugs her friend and tells her about the problems in her body, that she needs to change her lifestyle. After saying this, she leaves. Now she calls a police officer and tells him about the 3 people leaving the country who have drugs in their stomachs. The police officer initially doesn't believe her, but soon Lucy gives him such information that he has to believe her. He arrests those 3. Lucy reaches the place where those 3 are, but the gangsters' people also arrive there. Before the gangsters' people can remove the drugs from their stomachs, Lucy overpowers them all with her powers. She takes the 3 packets and goes straight to the scientist with the police officer, who was already waiting for her, along with his team. Lucy explains such calculations of mathematics and science to everyone that everyone is shocked, because humans had never thought that way. At the same time, she changes her hand into 2 hands, because she has full control over her body. She says we have always been told that 1 + 1 = 2, whereas in this world, numbers and words don't exist. Humans created them only for their existence. The scientist asks, if the world doesn't run on mathematics, then who runs it? Lucy shows a car on the screen as an example, whose speed she keeps increasing. Gradually, the speed increases so much that the car disappears from the screen. And now Lucy tells them that the speed of time is everything. Apart from that, Everything else is a lie. Lucy says she has to consume the 3 packets so that she can use 100% of her brain. Just then, the police officer comes and says the gangster has arrived with his people. They can't stop them for long. 11:14, and now Lucy says the time to go has arrived, after which they prepare, and Lucy consumes all the remaining drug packets. 11:22, after this, her brain starts working at a very high percentage, and now a black liquid comes out of her body, which starts consuming all the electronic things around it. 11:35, her brain is now working at more than 90%, which is why she can time travel. She goes back thousands of years and sees some tribal people. 11:45. After this, she goes to the dinosaur era, and finally she reaches the place where the first human on this earth who started to evolve was, meaning our ancestor. 11:59. Lucy spends some moments with her, and now she goes out of our world. She sees the universe, and also sees the moment when the Big Bang happened, which created the entire universe. 12:11. Now the gangster comes into the room where Lucy is. He points his gun at her. As he pulls the trigger, Lucy's brain fully activates to 100%. 12:22. She suddenly disappears from there. Only her clothes are left there. The gangster asks the scientist and his team where she went. 12:29. But before the gangster can kill him, the police officer arrives and kills the gangster. 12:36. Now from the black liquid that came out of Lucy's body, which was consuming metal, Lucy had created a supercomputer. 12:44. From that computer she had put all the information in her brain onto a pen drive, and she gives that pen drive to the scientist, after which it is destroyed. 12:55, meaning she passed on all the information in her brain. The police officer asks where she is. 13:04. Just then, a message comes on his mobile which says, "I am everywhere," meaning Lucy is everywhere. Her brain and her consciousness can see and feel everywhere. 13:16. And now we are told that we received this life thousands of years ago. But what did we do with this life? How did we use it?